Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a BZ-176. It's a tier 8 Chinese premium heavy tank. It's located on the, southwest spawn of Karelia. And this one is under the command of shootr79 of the WCSA clan.
It's better if they don't know what I have under my armor.
Well, I've no idea who that is, but he's firing his rockets straight away to get to the South Pass. Now, this is probably one of the most OP heavies that's been in the game for quite some while, and it is really powerful. The reason is that it has a 160mm main gun, 16 centimeters, and with their HESH rounds, it's capable of 800 alpha, 225mm of pin, and with the standard shells, 650mm alpha and 208mm of pin. So you've got slightly more penetration, but much more damage with the HESH rounds. The only problem is they're slightly more expensive. Okay, well, shooters decided to use premium consumables to speed up his reload. Ow, and looks like the enemy Arty is trying to get us already. 2 Arty on the enemy team, an FB-207 and an FB-304, but he's just nuked a P-43 Biz and he's out the game. So he's got his first kill and he's going for more. Now, it's not particularly fast, this tank, only 30 kilometers an hour, but there again, it is a heavy. That's about the same speed as a Panzer B2 or a Shure B1, by the way. And he's using his rockets again. They speed him up a little bit to about 40. Oh, now that didn't work out. He actually hit the tracks, and now he's taking fire.
I need cover.
Yes, he doesn't have very good armor through some of his sides. He's got 240mm at the front, and he's taking more shots. This is not good. But at least the VK's gone down. The sides of the vehicle have got 152mm of armor, and the turret has got 60 at the rear, and so's the hull. But he is vulnerable, unless of course he gets shot in the front. Now there is a weak spot as well. Oh, that's a good one. The AMX M445 took that round, and it was 688 hit points, which means that it was a low roll, because of course he used the HESH round. Loaded again. The speed of reload, normally 23.97 seconds, and Wargaming made that quite long to try and bring the DPM down. But look at that. He just wiped out the AMX M445, and he is getting hit by the Burt, but he wasn't damaged. And as he retreats, he turns his turret the other way. Now, there is a weak spot when the turret actually points upwards, or downwards, because there's a plate at the back of the gun which is easier to penetrate. Shooters decided to use his rockets to get back to the cap area. The enemy is rather strong on the north route, so he's decided to go and help the Arty, because all we've really got is a T-103 and an IS, and the IS won't last very long up against those tanks. In fact, he's just been wiped out. So now Shooter needs to get into a position to help his teammates survive whilst the rest of the team heads towards the enemy cap area. Now, consistently, this tank has made credits and also been the winner in many senses in just about every battle it's been in, unless of course you're a bit of a novice, in which case you probably don't know how to handle it. The sensible IS player, the M40, M43, has decided to bug out. He's getting out of there quick before he gets taken out. And the M44, well, he decided to stop on this corner and help his teammates shoot at the enemy. Although, if that was a wise decision or not, we'll have to find out. The M40's actually gone into the South Pass now, and I think he'll move further up along the South Pass so that he can actually fire over the top of the horseshoe. Now, as I said, standard reload 23.97 seconds. Shooter's got it down to 18.27. That's pretty good going, actually. And you can see from the front, that weak spot on top of the turret with a tilting gun actually is fairly identifiable. So if you do catch one of these staring at you, you should go for the tab at the back, not the bit at the front. At least that's what most people say. It is a fake tank. It never actually existed in reality, but it's basically an interpretation of what the Chinese tanks on the border with Russia would have actually looked like, because it is a border guard. Okay, sees the Tornvarn, and he didn't get that one. He did bounce around from the 280 and from the Tiger, and you can see where the round was aimed. They're trying to get the weak spot. Somebody did manage to get around through the weak spot by actually aiming for the cannon, the hatch rather, and that seemed to work. I think that was the BZ-176 who did that. Okay, here comes the T-3485. And he's out the game just like that. Lovely shot. Oh, bouncing rounds from a Scorpion. That was the 128mm gun on a Scorpion. And here comes the Arty. Okay. Tornvarn's lining us up. He's only got 80 hit points left, and we're actually now down on the enemy by one tank. There's the Scorpion. And he's lost 759 from that one. Another low roll, but it's good to... We've actually now gone up to just under 4,000 hit points of damage. And the enemy RT doesn't seem to be having much success. I think that was the FE207 firing in there, not the Burt. I think the Burt may have been killed by the rest of our group as they were making up the South Passage, but they've been wiped out completely as well. And so now it's 3 versus 3. Of course, the other teammates on our side are the Arty, and they're hovering around the corner next to the South Pass. I don't think they want to go further up because they don't know where the Scorpion is. But this Tiger's about to go. Oh, now he managed to avoid that, but we can ram him, and that's a nice amount of damage from ramming. 101 hit points, and we've pushed the Tiger back. Now let's get this over and done with for the Tiger. Flat surface, and he's loading the Hesh.
The object is out of action.
And he's got another kill. That's 4 kills now. The Scorpion is actually right on the edge of this ship, and you can actually see him over there, or was over there. Our Arty is still hovering near the cap area, and there's the Scorpion. Now, can he get a shot? Yes, he can. Oh, but he misses. Not good. He's using the Hesh as well. It is expensive. Okay. We are breaking contact with that Scorpion. I have the sneaking feeling, though, he might try to come around and kick us from a different direction. Oh, we've lost the M44. The M40, M44 are both coming in to try and help us by taking out the Scorpion, but in response, they're getting taken out. And I think now the M40, M43 is regretting that he actually came in that way. And the Scorpion is headed towards our cap. He's got plenty of time. He doesn't need to start capping at all. There's only 2 left on either team, and the other enemy is the FE207. He probably has the 6-inch gun. The Scorpion's behind the rocks, so we can't do anything about him. We need him to come to the edge. The M43 is now headed to the South Pass, and he needs to get up to the north end of the map and find that FE207 and shotgun him. And the Scorpion started capping. Now the good thing is that the M40 can actually fire at the Scorpion if we spot him. So we might actually get some help here. Mind you, the FP207 is probably going to fire at us. If he does have the 6-inch gun, and I suspect he does, oh, we're about to lose the M40. Oh dear. Scorpion's going to take him out with one shot. Oh, he got the shotgun. Oh my god, I'm so wrong, and I'm pleased that I'm wrong. Johan MHN just shotgunned the Scorpion for one shot. And, well, that means now we know where the FP207 is, because he just announced his direction. He's over there in to the west side of their cap. Yep, roundabout grid square A4. Now, the FP207 is made from the Centurion hull, so he does have the ability to move away from us, because we're fairly slow compared to him. We don't have any rocket fuel left, so we can't use the rockets. But we do have an Arty on play, and all that Arty needs to do right now is head straight for the enemy cap and get in there and start capping. And that forces the FP207 to deal with us. And he's in sight. Oh! Fantastic shot to kill and win the game. Well done, shootr79. Here's the end of battle results, and that was a second-class tanker for shootr79 in the BZ-176, the OP Chinese heavy tank. He managed to get a hand of God for surviving having received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks. He also got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks who damaged him, a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, which is 1 short of getting a Top Gun, and 1/3 of the enemy team as well. He also got a fire for effect for doing more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle, and he got a shell proof as well for blocking more damage than the hit points for his own vehicle and surviving the end of the battle, as well as a steel wall for blocking the most damage in the game, at least 1,000 hit points and 11 hits, and on top of that, the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game overall. A pretty good game, actually. Shooter played it very coolly, and even though this tank is OP, he did sometimes have trouble, mostly when he was actually being struck by enemy Arty, or he got himself into a situation where he was facing more than one tank at the same time, and he had to try and back away. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, the highest damage in the game was 4,534 hit points, and of course that went to shootr79. 4,180 went to the T103, and also 3,968 went to that Scorpion in the end, who got shotgunned by an Arty, which is always lovely when that happens. When it came to kills, you can easily see that 5 kills went to Shooter. 7 kills, actually. Sorry, the top scorer was the Scorpion. 7 kills. So he was 1 short of getting a Radley Waters when he met the Arty, and Johan taught him a lesson and finished him off. So, yes, he must have been really angry at that point, saying, why did I do that? So 5 kills to Shooter, and then 2 kills went to the M40, M43, and also to the Tiger 1 on the enemy team, the Object 274A, and also the KV3 on our own team. When it came to base XP, you can see that Shooter managed 1,341, 1,028 went to the T103, and they were the only 2 players who managed to make it over 1,000 base, with the 3rd place going to the Scorpion with 736. He fired 13 rounds in that game, got 9 direct hits on the enemy and 8 penetrations, 1 splash. Damage of 4,534 hit points, of which 2,999 were at more than 300 meters. He received 13 hits from the enemy, but only 4 of those penetrated, 9 non-penetrations and 3 hits by way of splash damage from the Arty. 2,395 hit points of damage blocked by armor. Now, he spotted 1 enemy vehicle, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 5 of them, did 156 hit points of damage assistance. Now, he made a profit because he was on a premium count, but it was only 8,357 credits. You can see that those 13 rounds he fired cost him nearly 100,000, 93,600 credits. So you can see firing at a target and actually missing can actually cost you quite a lot. So you have to be careful with the ammunition, especially if it's the Hesh one. He also managed to make 10,261 experience points out of that one because he got a personal mission payout of 8,048. So very well done. The BZ-176 is a very OP tank, but it needs the right sort of player to make it work. And shootr79, I think he's going to have more replays like this where he does exceptionally well and gets loads of medals. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.